Go strap yourselves in. I'm going to make the jump to light speed.
Hello there, Hyperdrivers. I'm George the Mandalorian, here to talk to you all about Star Wars with my good buddy, my fellow clan member, the Raging Mando himself, Frankie. What is up, man?
What's up, buddy? Let's get this going. I'm so excited to be talking about some ships.
Yes. This is going to be a good show, man. So we're taking a fan suggestion for today's topic. We're going to be talking about our favorite ships in the Star Wars universe. If this is your first time on the show, normally the Hyperdrive Cantina chat is a live show. Unfortunately, this weekend, not really unfortunately, but unfortunately for you guys, fortunate for me, I am going to be out hunting for more Star Wars stuff, because that's what I do. This entire weekend, I'm going to be heading out with Seth to Orlando, meeting up with my good friend Calvin. And as you're watching this video right now, I should be at a toy show. And I'm going to be filming there and giving you guys another Star Wars bounty hunt. So apparently, you know, I did the last one on the Hyperdrive. I've done a few of them on the MCE channel. And you guys have liked it, got a lot of views on it. So I'm going to try to do another one and see what you guys think about it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed as much as you did the last one I did, even though I didn't get the Darksaber.
I won't be doing none of that because we don't have that stuff here.
As Craig so adequately put out this morning, I'm missing the Darksaber.
Yep. That was funny.
Yeah, I poked the bear, right? So,
but you will get it. We do know you'll find it. You will find it.
Yes. I don't know which one I'm going to get first. It's either if it ends up coming back in stock at Galaxy's Edge, then it'll be that one. But if not, then it's going to be the Hasbro one because I think that'll be a lot easier to find anyway.
Yeah.
So we'll see. So if you guys are into Star Wars like we are, make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you can jump to Lightspeed with us every week here at the Hyperdrive. So, like the title says, today's episode is all about Star Wars ships, what our favorite ships are. And I'm kind of a little bit sad that I'm not going to get to see the live chat and what your guys' comments are on the ships you guys like. So if you can, in the comments, let us know what your favorite Star Wars ship is and why. And, you know, if you agree with some of our comments here, you know, let us know about that as well. So without further ado, let's get into it, man. Star Wars ships.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them, man. You know, when they came up with the subject, I was like, I started looking, and there's a lot more than I thought.
Yep.
You know, the ones that just like readily stick in my head aren't all of them. But yeah.
And so I didn't even know some iconic ones made from Extended Universe too, so.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So I didn't even look at that.
Oh yeah.
I think I was just sticking mostly to like all of the movies and cartoons and TV shows that I've seen.
Yeah.
And some of them I don't even know the name of, but I know the ship. So like, I don't know about you, but one of my favorite Star Wars ships is the Mandalorian. Like it's like a fighter ship. You know what model number that is?
Yeah, like the one that was shown on the Mandalorian. It was Bo-Katan's.
Bo-Katan's ship.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is a dope ship.
Yes, it is. How the wings come up when it lands.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can't think. What was the model number on that one? I feel like we started the show.
No.
Come on. I figured you would know.
Nope. I know how to find it though.
I'm looking it up right now. What's your what's one of your favorite ships? While I'm looking it
up. One of my favorite ships here recently. I've kind of started to fall in love with the A-wing.
Yeah, the A-wing's a nice one.
I really didn't like it in the beginning, but playing the game now, like I've got new respect for it. Like that's a little badass.
It's fast.
It's fast.
Yeah, it's definitely a fast ship.
Yep.
It kind of reminds me a little bit of the Jedi Starfighter in a way.
Now that's a ship that it took me a little bit, but it grew on me. I do like the design. I'm not so fond of the hyperdrive ring, but I like the ship itself.
Never been into that either. never been into. I mean, I like it. It's small. I like the newer design of the Jedi Starfighter over the original design of it, like the one from Revenge of the Sith versus the Clone Wars version.
Yeah. Yep.
That would be in my order if I was to get those. So it looks like the Mandalorian fighter ship is called the Comric class fighter. I don't even know how to pronounce that. I mean, it's definitely the design. I need like a speech class for this, but I think it's Comric, KOM''RK class. Like they couldn't just give it a model number. You like
okay? So the one that I was thinking of was the Fang Fighter.
The Fang Fighter.
Yep.
Which one?
I did like that one.
Is it Mandalorian?
Yeah.
Thankfully.
It was the starship of choice for the Mandalorian Protectors of Concord Dawn.
That's a cool one. Yeah, the Commer class is the one I think that Bo-Katan rolls with. And Pre Vizsla had. Yeah, Satine ship. Yeah, the Gauntlet.
So that was a Gauntlet fighter.
Yeah.
Yep.
They're cool. I like how the wings spin up. It's got kind of like that center section that reminds me a little bit of a TIE fighter in a way.
Yep.
So,
but what was good about them and the way a fighter ship should be is sleek. A hard target to hit.
Yes. Yeah, and which makes me like wonder because like my favorite ship obviously is the Millennium Falcon, and that thing has got such a big ass, and it's my it's inspired me with my car choices over the years. It's because I always go for a big muscle car with lots of power. And
right.
And I look at the Falcon as the muscle car of the
but an
Star
easy
Wars
target
universe.
for the cops to find and hit.
Yes. You're not gonna squeeze into a tight parking space with that. But yeah, man. I mean, ever since I've seen the YT-1300 from the first movie, I've always been into it. I remember like when Falcon was like, when Solo says that you never heard of the Falcon. They made the Kessel Run in 13. I didn't even know what parsecs were. I was just like, that must be super fast. And it's like I want something like that.
The chat's gonna light you up for 13 parsecs, right?
Yeah, 12 parsecs. That's what I mean. I know. Messed up on that. I heard myself say, "Thank you for calling me out on that."
You're welcome. But that was iconic when it took off out of Mos Eisley. Like,
yes,
you just fell in love with that ship, man.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the what they did to add to it?
Which for the Solo movie
when he first takes off? So remember, it used to be just you see the stormtroopers turning around and it was taken off.
Right.
Then they added the scene where you see it lifting up.
I like that better.
I did like it too.
That was one of the additions in the new movies or in the older movies that he did that I thought was okay. That was like, okay, I understood. That was just okay. Like kind of like what they did with Bespin when they opened it up a little bit and you could see more of Cloud City. I thought that was okay too. That was not a bad choice either.
What about the Cloud Cars?
I like the Cloud Cars. Okay, I don't like them to like the point that I would go out and go get one, but they're cool design.
I know whenever they did those warning shots, I'm like, just light them up, man.
Yeah, I know, right? You can take them out real quick. Oh, man. So another ship of mine that I like a lot is the TIE Interceptor. I'm not a fan of TIE fighters, but the TIE Interceptor's cool.
The TIE Interceptor was cool. I remember when all you saw, all we had was the TIE fighters. You saw those a bunch in New Hope and then Empire Strikes Back. Then you go in the theater and they have the big scene at the end, and you see those TIE Interceptors coming around. You're like, holy crap. Yeah. Actually, I remember when you first saw them in the trailer.
Yeah. Because they looked like a swarm when they came at them.
It's coming right at that screen, and they're just shooting.
They're coming right at you, and it's like, whoa. Yeah.
Yeah, and I do like the design. And it made more sense, too, right? It's got that little opening so they can see out the sides.
Yeah. It did make more sense,
Right.
But there is like big blind spots on a regular TIE fighter.
It's like you're going to shoot what's in front of you, and that's it.
And that's it, yeah. I've never been a fan so much of the TIE fighter. How about you?
I have.
Yeah?
I do, just because, I mean, you got to remember, so like that's me growing up. That's what our first images that we saw. And like one of my favorite, and I'm probably going to get the tattoo, iconic images is the scene where it's the TIE fighter and then the X-Wing and then the TIE fighter behind it shooting it. I'm definitely gonna be getting that tattoo. That's just an iconic image.
Yeah. I mean, I like it to the point because I love the X-Wing, and I just feel like that's the nemesis of the X-Wing. You got the X-Wing and you got the TIE fighter. But as a ship, I always looked at it like you don't look very agile. Even though they are in the TV or in the movies, they're very maneuverable. Right. But yeah, not a huge fan of the overall. As
far as a ship goes for practicality and what it's being used for, no, it's a horrible design.
Yeah, and I think that's across the array with most of the TIEs except for the TIE Interceptor, and then the ones that they've had in the prequel or the I don't think they showed in the prequels. In like Rogue One, they have a different variation of the TIE Interceptor. It looks like it has two wings instead of you know, instead of the 4, I guess, that are arced like that. And I think they even have one that has 3, right?
Yep.
And that one looks really dope too. So yeah, really cool.
There's a whole bunch of them. You start looking them up, and there's so many different variations. Some of them start to get ridiculous. The TIE Bomber was a cool concept.
Yeah. Yeah, big, slow.
Yeah, and then, I mean, it looked cool too. And then when you see Vader's, right?
The TIE Advanced.
The Advanced, yeah, the TIE Advanced. And that looked, I mean, it looked cool.
Yeah,
Plus
that was
they had Hyperdrive on it.
Yeah. That was a little bit different, you know? As like, and especially in the first movie, because you saw all of the TIE fighters were all the same.
Right.
And you got that Advanced that just looks a little special, you know? So
which you don't really want to be called out like that. I mean,
well, Vader didn't care.
In. He didn't care. That's, I mean, I get it, but still, again, practicality and common sense.
Yeah. Yeah, right? You want him to blend in with everything, right?
Right.
Not Vader. I mean, Vader's not going to get caught anyway. Dude's a pilot like no other.
Right.
What about, okay, so the X-Wing. That's my top ship for the Rebellion.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Same here.
Same?
Yep. Same, exactly the same.
Love that ship. The
Love
Y-Wing.
It.
The Y-Wing has grown on me over the years. The A-Wing has dropped in like for me, while the Y-Wing has risen, and I don't know why, but it has.
I just can't get over the back end on the Y-Wing. How open that engine part looks. It's like, what's even the point of it?
I don't know, but to me, it's like all of the greeblies and everything that I see on it and all that makes it look very interesting, you know. But I agree. When I first saw Star Wars, you know, and you see the Y-Wings were the ones that got picked off first. So it was like
they remind me of the A-10 Warthogs. They're like just the workhorse of the army. Yeah.
So at first I was like, nah, I don't like that. I remember when I saw the A-Wing the first time in Return of the Jedi, I was like, this is cool. You know, it's fast, it's quick, you know. But over the years, hasn't impressed me as much. It just, I was like, okay, it's small, it's fast, but I still like the X-Wing overall better than the others. I think the X is just a good, versatile ship. Yeah,
and it's amazing how different it looks when the wings are closed, and then when they open them up, like how much more menacing that thing looks.
Yeah, I love that ship. When I would play Star Wars Galaxies, I had an X-Wing that I would modify like crazy, and I took and I put I had a hyperdrive in there, or an engine off of like, and mind you, this is a video game, so obviously this would never happen, but
right.
I took the parts off of a YT-1300 that I had. So I took the guns off of the YT-1300, the engines off of a Jedi Starfighter that I had found. I had an R2 unit that I upgraded and everything. This ship was fast, you know, and it had some power. Like nobody was expecting that when I came in there. They were like, "Oh my god," you know.
I cannot wait to play that game.
Yeah, man. Javier's been playing it. He said that that when you group with people, you can gain more XP faster. I'm really interested in mostly just going up into space and fighting in space more than anything else.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
So, that should be fun. What else?
The worst ship for me that I've seen is the medical frigate.
The medical frigate?
That thing is so bad. It looks so fragile, man.
The medical frigate is the one that looks like a big egg, right?
No,
that's the transport.
That's the transport. No, the medical frigate at the end of Empire.
Empire. That's the Nebulon B, right?
And then it's.
I like that ship.
That walkway in the middle. It just
I love that ship.
Snap.
I know, but it looks like a gun. I don't know why I like it so much. I just love the design of that ship, man.
That thing, I'm just waiting for a Star Destroyer to show up and just go in between it.
And it probably would. Dude, but a lot of those Calamarian ships, the Mon Calamari ship, those ships are cool.
Those are cool. I love how, looking at the detail of them, have you seen the actual models that they use for the movie? Like, there's a lot of detail, and the color scheme on them is freaking amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, when you see him, at least when I've seen him in the theaters, I've never seen a model in person though on them. At least I can't remember if I have, but they look really cool. Yeah, they look really cool. I want to get my hands on a Nebulon B because I feel like the design of that looks really cool, and you have all those greeblies down at the bottom of the front end. You know what's a really cool one is the one from Rogue One that looks like a hammerhead.
Oh, the Corvette, Hammerhead Corvette.
It's the Hammerhead Corvette, right?
Yeah. Yep, the one that went into the Star Destroyer.
Yes, and slammed.
Yeah, it's a Hammerhead Corvette.
So you know that ship, at least for me anyway, the first time I saw that design of the front end of the ship was in the game Knights of the Old Republic. They had that same hammerhead design on the front. And then when they brought it into Rogue One, I was like, oh, that's cool. They feel like
they did take it from a game, and if I'm not mistaken, it was that game.
I think it is that game.
There's a story from it. There's a story about it. You know what that ship originally was, right?
No.
It was the Millennium Falcon.
That was what the Millennium Falcon was going to look like?
Yeah, not the Corvette was.
Oh, the regular Corvette.
Yeah, the back end of it. Like, if you look at the original, how the Falcon was supposed to originally look, it's nothing like it looks now.
Didn't know that. That's pretty cool. That's another ship I like, too. I like the Corvette. Even has a good name.
Yeah.
You know? You think they would have got away a little faster?
It's our first ship we ever saw. Yeah, you would think.
Yeah.
You would think.
That Imperial Star Destroyer just kind of caught up to them. I don't know how, but
now the Star Destroyer, that's just a badass ship.
Yeah, it is. And the Super Star Destroyer. The Super Star Destroyer, I think, was more impressive to me than the Star Destroyer was. Not just because of the size, but because it had more color. You know.
Yeah.
But, so,
the Executor, wasn't that Vader's ship?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Black, and they had those dark gray panels and the red engines. I was like, okay, this looks something evil.
Yeah. And they did it right, because man, that was such good storytelling, man. Because I'm gonna go off here because that was so like the very beginning of Star Wars. So you got it's just taking forever, not Spaceballs forever, but still forever to get through. And then so you got your this is how big this thing is, and then when you go to introduce it in Empire Strikes Back, you show a bunch of those ships, and then then it's just being shadowed, right?
Yeah,
by and then you show it, and you're like, holy crap!
Yeah, it's amazing how much bigger that other ship is. It could fit those ships inside of it. That's
right. Great storytelling.
Big. Yeah, love the way that looks. Another Lego that I'm trying to hunt right now. That's an expensive one too. Yeah, man. Yeah,
there's an Australian guy. He scratch built one. It's like over 10 feet tall or 10 feet long. Man,
that's long.
And like all those little greeblies and stuff that you're talking about, he hand cut those.
Oh my God. I got my hats off to those model builders that can do it from scratch, like the guy who built that Millennium Falcon, the 5-foot one, you know, and he found all the parts to put it together. That's some tedious stuff right there,
Yep.
What about the B-Wing? Like the B-Wing?
No, I hate the B-Wing. I do not like the B-Wing at all.
Why not?
Another one of those ones that just don't make sense to me. I don't like it. I don't like that ship at all.
I think it's kind of neat the way it rotates. Yeah. It opens up and the cab kind of like the cockpit kind of rotates with it.
Yeah, I'll stick with Slave 1 for that.
The Slave 1's dope, obviously.
Yep.
But do we like the Slave 1 mostly because of the owner or because of the ship design?
A little of both, but I do like the ship design. I do like. I thought it was cool when it took off and then how it just lifted and went. I thought that was pretty neat. But again, for practical, I mean, you're an easy target in that thing, man.
Yeah, but then he also has that bomb that he hits at the end. So if you're chasing him, he can get you.
Yep.
So.
And I'm finding that out quite often.
Yeah. It is a difficult ship to play. I remember. Because you're talking about Battlefront, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you have to like shoot so many ships, and then you get the you have to find the hero ship coin, right? Somewhere on the map.
No. So what you do is you got to get the more you shoot, you can you get experience with that ship, and then once you upgrade it to certain levels, then you can upgrade it with because you get to unlock like a card, and then you can up the card level, so it can go up to 3 levels. There's blue or green, blue, and red or purple. Okay. And then once you get like for 2,000 points, then you can get a hero ship.
Oh, so they changed it.
I guess because
initially when I played it was a little different.
Yeah, so now it's when you get 2,000 points, you can get the hero ship, but you can only one person per ship. So if somebody else has it, you can't use it.
You can't get it. Yeah.
No.
That's similar to like what they had before. But before, what they would do is you got so many kills, and then it would the coin would pop up somewhere on the map, and then you had to find it if you were lucky.
That was the original Battlefront.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm playing Battlefront 2.
No. Battlefront 2 had it like that also at the beginning.
Oh, yeah.
At
It's
least I
not like
remember
that
they
now.
had that. No?
It's not like that, no.
Oh, that's cool. Because I remember there was always a fight. Everybody's flying real fast to the target.
Yep, I remember that.
So
It's a whole lot easier with a mouse and keyboard, that's for sure.
I just don't feel like that's the way to play. Like you need a joystick and a throttle.
Yeah, I don't have that yet though. Not yet.
We're digressing.
Yeah. The other ship that I really do like, and I don't know, it just looked cool in Return of the Jedi, was the Imperial shuttle.
Yes.
That was a cool ship.
I do like that ship. I went out and bought it. I love
And
that
even
ship.
that, I can take that. That's a transport shuttle. It's not made for combat or anything like that, so it can look and be as big as it is.
Yeah, it's a lot bigger than I thought it was.
Oh yeah.
Now that I have that Hasbro model, it's
Yeah.
a lot bigger.
Yep. I still have mine from when I was a kid, the original one.
The original one.
Yep. Yellow
Yeah.
plastic and all.
Yeah, those are dope, man. I had to put mine back in the box for a little bit until I could get some space. So once I get some space, I'll put it back out and upgrade it. I need to do a little more, little love. Get it to look a little more realistic.
Well, I mean, you can send me that Vader bust. I can put it here, and that'll free some space up for you.
No.
Okay.
Oh man. What else, man? Let me try to think of any other ships, man. Okay, how about the newer ship, the Razor Crest? Even
Not
though
a big
it's
fan of it.
I love the Razor Crest, man.
I'm not a big fan of it.
Now, did you see the making of it?
Yeah, I did. Yeah,
Dude, I think I loved it even more after the making of it. Their idea of how they came up with the design of it, I thought it's cool.
Right.
I
wonder what they're going to do now, though.
I know. Now he's going to 3D print another one is what's going to happen. Go to the planet where they just build the ship from scratch. But man, it looks, when I first saw it, I was like, okay, it's cool. I liked it, but I felt like it had a lot of silver paneling or that, it looked kind of plain.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I saw the making of it and how they got the designs from that World War II gunship or whatever, I forgot what the name of the ship was, the plane. But then now that I see it, I see that plane. I was like, oh, that's cool. I was like, that's neat how they brought something from history and they put it into the movie.
Same thing they did with the Falcon cockpit.
Yeah, but you have that design that looks like the World War II ships.
Yeah. Amidala's ship was pretty cool.
That was pretty cool.
I did like that. Not a big fan of the Naboo Starfighter.
No, not a big fan of the Naboo Starfighter. Those look very, very flimsy.
Yeah.
Easy to take down. I don't know how Anakin flew that thing.
And we had one of the ones from the movie here in Arkansas at one point.
Really?
Yeah, at a museum. Mm-hmm. And so we got to stand next to it. It wasn't very big.
Yeah, I can imagine it would have been.
Yeah, it wasn't very big.
What else did they have in the new trilogy?
I don't like Darth Maul's ship. It's just too freaking long.
Yeah, it's a pretty big one.
That looks like a Corvette. Got like a big front end,
Yeah. I did like the Republic fighter that looked kind of like the X-wing. I forgot what the name of that ship was too. Some of them I should have
yeah, it's like you see the evolution of the X-wing, how it came about. Yeah,
I like that because you got the pilot in the front and you had the gunner in the back. So again, same thing. I thought that was kind of neat.
I did like the gunships. I thought those were pretty cool.
The Republic gunships.
Yeah,
the land ones. Yeah, those are dope.
And how they got the guy in the pod on the side.
Yeah,
those
are pretty dope, man. I like that.
That
was a cool looking ship. What about speeder bikes? Are they considered ships or no? No, they're not ships. They're just speeders.
Yeah, they're just speeders.
All right.
The worst one, I think the worst, like by far the worst design, was Dooku's ship.
Dooku's ship? Yeah, it was nothing special.
I'm like, is that like kind of like a luxury yacht or what the hell is that?
Well, I mean, he's the count, so he would have something like that.
Yeah, well, I would be making sure I got something that would get me the hell out of there pretty quick.
You know which one I didn't like? Was the U-Wing.
No, I don't like the U-Wing either. I don't like the way that the wings fold back. Like
fold back.
What's even the purpose of it? Yeah.
I never really dug that. It was definitely wasn't up there on my favorite ships. Trying to think if there are any others that have been like kind of like blahs for me.
The Death Star was pretty cool.
Yeah. That's no moon. Yeah, I can't think of any others that roll off that I'm like, okay, that ship was just a bad design.
No, those my top three would be the Falcon, the X-wing, and the TIE Fighter. I mean, just the original.
Yeah. Actually, anything related to the with the exception of General Grievous ship. I did like General Grievous ship. I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I didn't like
his command ship.
No, the command ship was dope too, but I'm talking about his little fighter that
Oh
he had.
yeah.
And it had like the two swinging engines in the front. It
Yeah.
kind of looked like a pod racer, sort of, without the engines in the front. But it kind of reminded me a little bit of a pod racer, the way the design was. But it had a very sporty look to it. So I thought that was really cool. But I didn't care for any of the Separatist ships. I thought all of the Separatist stuff was kind of like blah.
No, yeah, those were horrible.
So, yeah. I think that covers a lot of different ships.
Yeah.
Overall,
And
hands
once you
down.
get into it.
Once you get into it, there's a lot of ships. And now I kind of wish I had a list of all the stuff here where I could be, because they have so many different models of the same ship. Like the X-Wing has two that I know of, and then they have others that like were predecessors to it.
Yeah, two big ones being the T-65 and the T-70.
Right. Which I like the 65 better than the 70.
Yeah. Just because but then that's era wise, right? So we grew up with the T-65, T-70's newer.
Yeah. You know what bugs me about the T-70 versus the T-65? The engines.
It don't seem like it's complete, does it?
You get two halves, and then they close into one circle, whereas the other one had four circles. And I thought the four circles looked cool.
Yeah, it seems like it would have more power.
Yes, more engines, more power.
Right. Right.
But, I mean, apparently Poe's X-Wing is pretty badass,
Yeah, it is in the game, too.
So...
Thing packs a damn punch.
Yeah, so I guess that they had some improvements on things in there.
But
I can't think of any others at the moment.
Overall, for me, though, it's the X-Wing. That's
X-Wing is like your hands down best ship out there?
Yeah, if I had to get one, it'd be the X-Wing.
Yeah. I can agree for single fighter, but still, hands down for me, my favorite ship is always going to be the Millennium Falcon. Whatever, the Falcon is it. I think it's like we might. Like Joseph was supposed to come on the show with us today, so I was talking to him a little about it when I was driving back here, and he was like, "What you should name the show is what is your favorite ship besides the Millennium Falcon? It's because everybody's going to choose the Millennium Falcon."
Yeah, it's a very, very close second.
Yeah. The X-Wing is just both those are very iconic ships, and I think I've always had an X-Wing in my collection, like since I was 8. Actually younger. Whenever I had the toys, I always had a X-Wing, and I still have one now. So I think I'll always have a ship like that.
Plus, the X-Wing ain't breaking down all the time.
Yeah, that's true. The Falcon's always got problems. But then again, look who's taking care of it, though. I mean, Han is like putting shit together with he's duct taping stuff. He's like, here, let's go.
If Chewie could just talk, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah. Right? Come on.
That whole conversation in Empire Strikes Back in English would have been great.
Yeah. I mean, but look at that. Look at the difference of the ship when Lando had it, And then when Han had it. And then he's all bragging that, I made the Kessel Run in 12 parsecs. You made it in 12 parsecs in the condition that Lando gave you the ship.
Right.
When the ship was still, doing its thing. I was like, now you got that baby looking like it's being held together by duct tape, It ain't bad. I love it. But still, there's pieces falling off on this thing every movie. Like, I think it loses the radar dish every movie, pretty much.
Yep.
So...
That was one of my favorite comments in it too. It's like everybody in the Empire knows the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah. I love that. That's one thing about the new movies that I liked. It was funny that everybody hated that ship.
Yeah.
Everybody in this they all hated that ship. Take down that ship. That was cracking me up. All right. Well, that's our ships. Let us know in the comments below what your favorite ship was. I'm curious to hear what you guys' thoughts are on that. And next week, we will be coming back with a live episode of the Cantina chat. Also in the comments, if you got any suggestions, more of what you want to hear from next week's episode, please let us know. I do have a list already, so we're going to go through that as well. Lots of really good suggestions on the last episode, right?
Yep, and we're seeing some on the comments too, so writing those down as well.
Yep. So anyway, guys, thanks for joining us, and until next time, may the Force be with you.